Summit has showcased some of the brightest future collegiate and professional stars. A young Kevin Garnett in '95, 18-year-old French guard Tony Parker in 2000, future Atlanta Hawk Josh Smith in '04. Then a year later, Tyler Hansbrough. In 2005, future NBA Rookie of the Year Kevin Durant, followed by O.J. Mayo in '07. DeMar DeRozan starred for USA in '08, while France's Alexis Ajinka dominated inside. And last year, USA's John Wall ran point for USA, but Serbia's Milan Machvan led the world to victory. So who will star tonight in Portland? Perhaps 6'8" guard forward Harrison Barnes from Iowa, or 2010 National Player of the Year Jared Sullinger from Ohio, or maybe World Team point guard Cory Joseph from Toronto. The best teenage players in the world meet right now in the 2010 Nike Hoop Summit. But last year, the World Team beat the USA. And I think the USA is coming in here with a major chip on their shoulder.
No question about it, Steve. That's all they've talked about this week. The coaches and the players very much aware. After 9 straight wins for the U.S. in the Nike Hoop Summit last year, the World Team, great fourth quarter comeback, beat the United States. These players are embarrassed by that. They don't want it to happen again. They've worked very hard at practice. They're intent on a win for the United States this evening.
Well, you talk about the best in America. How about Jared Sullinger, Naismith Award winner as the top high school player in the country?
Not just the Naismith Award winner, also the Parade Magazine Player of the Year, a 2-time Mr. Ohio basketball, led his Northland High School team. See him in action here against Findlay Prep, has 2 players on the World Select team today, but this is the dominant big man in high school basketball in the United States. 22 points, led the scores in the McDonald's All-American game. You look at a scouting report of what you're going to expect from Jared Sullinger. Deceptively athletic, quicker than you would think, very good passer and ball handler, spin, power moves inside, can overpower you, or he can beat you with fundamentals. He's going to be a very impressive young player for Thad Matta and the Ohio State Buckeyes.
USA Junior National Team and the coaches presented by Nike.
Kendall Marshall, Dumfries, Virginia, point guard.
Kyrie Irving, West Orange, New Jersey, point guard.
Will Barton, Baltimore, Maryland, shooting guard.
Harrison Barnes, Ames, Iowa, small forward.
Terrence Jones, Portland, Oregon, forward.
Reggie Bullock, Kinston, North Carolina, shooting guard.
Patrick Young, Jacksonville, Florida, power forward.
Brandon Knight, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, point guard.
Tobias Harris, Dick Sills, New York, forward.
Jared Sullinger, Columbus, Ohio, power forward.
Myers Leonard, Robinson, Illinois, power forward.
From 9 countries, presented by Nike.
Jason Kidd, Australia, point guard.
Duye Dukin, Croatia, guard.
Sweden, China, guard. Marie Lebrun, France, guard.
Cory Joseph, Canada, point guard.
Tristan Thompson, Canada, forward.
Enes Kanter, forward, Turkey.
Nikola Mirotic, Montenegro, forward.
Rob Lowe, New Zealand, forward. Dejan Musli, Serbia, center.
First 12 games of this series, 9 victories to 3, but they lost last year 97-89 before a record crowd of 11,246 here at the Rose Garden. Steve Fiziak again with P.J. Carlesimo. The ball is in the air. It's controlled by USA, and this is Brandon Knight, talented point guard from Fort Lauderdale, as he said, but played at Pinecrest High School, and he is undecided where he will play his college basketball. Harrison Barnes is going to North Carolina, knocks down a 3, and he has a pretty looking shot.
Talking to Roy Williams yesterday, Fizz, he said Harrison Barnes can score. We see that right out of the box.
He was an absolutely sensational star at Ames, Iowa. And here's the USA with a steal, and Kyrie Irving, who's going to go to the national champion Duke.
Over British Columbia.
Going against that zone. This is Irving. Oh! Missing the 3, but Sullinger is there, and he is a load inside.
He's got such good feet. I love watching Jared Sullinger inside. He's lost weight. He's going to get even stronger. Of course, plays for his father, the legendary Jared Sullinger at Northland High School. He's only going to get better. I love his back to the basket or putting the ball on the floor. You think he's not quick enough to go by it, and you blink and he's gone.
This story amazing because it's the first time in high school history nationally where a player, Sullinger, got National Player of the Year, and his father was named Coach of the Year.
Well, it's just an amazing family. Jared Sullinger, his father, actually worked for ABA USA, the precursor of USA basketball years and years ago. And he's got an older brother, JJ, that played at Arkansas at Ohio State, another brother, Julian, that played at Kent State. So just an amazing basketball family in Ohio.
Nice move inside. Beautiful play by Harrison Barnes on his. And the world team right now has a 1-point lead, but Jared Sullinger keeping the States close. The arena was ringed with scouts from every single NBA team.
All 30 NBA teams in attendance is Jared Sullinger.
Had his pronunciation of his name down. It's not Bullock, he said it's Bullock. Sullinger there to tap it home. He is a load. He reminds me of a bigger Adrian Dantley.
That's a good comparison, but again, the quick feet, you're not moving him out of there. Once Jared Sullinger gets anchored underneath, you're not going to move him out. And again, deceptively athletic. He gets off his feet a lot more than you might think.
Enes Kanter, two-man game and a nice move. And Enes loses the basketball out of bounds to UO, and it's controlled by the U.S. And right now, their physicality is taking control of the world team.
They are. They limit them to one shot. That enables them to get the running game going. They get the running game going, and really can open it up. They have no defense whatsoever for Jared Sullinger. Again, Sullinger can play away from the basket. He can play facing. He can put the ball on the floor, and he can shoot it better than you would think from the perimeter.
High control by Patrick Young. Young is known for his defense. They get low to Tristan Thompson. We haven't seen Tristan's name that much. This is a physical guy who can do some damage down low.
Tristan Thompson headed to Texas. We got the T's working right there. Tristan Thompson's a good player.
Brandon Knight. And Sullinger tries to drop it up and in. It will be interesting, Brandon Knight, when he makes his decision, because he's one of the point guards, and there are several great point guards, PJ, in the high school ranks who have not decided yet. Knight is one, but then Josh Selby out of Baltimore, Cory Joseph, who's playing for the world team, and Ray McCallum. I think as soon as Knight maybe makes his decision, the next will fall.
You always have the domino effect that's going to take place right there. Where's he going to go, and then where am I going to go? You'll see what happens. But Tristan Thompson is a good signing for Rick Barnes at Texas. He played at St. Benedict's Prep in New Jersey as national scouting. We talked about D.A. Dugan's father who does that. And a lot of those guys were also in it. There weren't enough chairs to go around, to be honest with you. The places practices.
Driving in Kyrie Irving and scoring. Kadee is back at Florida next year. His grandparents really happy. They're diehard Gator fans.
He looks pretty good in red, white, and blue, but he's going to look real nice in orange and blue for Billy D.
Enes Kanter from Turkey is tied up by Jared Sullinger. Give the basketball to the USA.
Again, difference in international right here.
Marshall looking for an opening, floats it up. It rims out, no good, and they could have gone to the rim to tip it in. They get it to Sullinger, who slams it home.
It's a good point, Steve. Either team, the defense could have ripped it off the rim.
Barnes, Jones, Sullinger, and Knight. Knight trying to save it. Instead, it goes almost out of bounds, and Irving to save it. Kyrie giving it up. Terrence Jones is there. Couldn't finish it.
Look what I found. A little pinball assist.
It's a 7-point game. Australia's Jason Kadee at the point. Kyrie Irving defending him, and that's a nice drive by Jason Kadee.
We said all night how these guards are playing well. Kadee from Australia, Sui Ren from China.
Irving missing. Sullinger picks him up. And that's a timeout with 6:56 left in the ball game. The World Select team has a 7-point lead on USA. And Jason can...
The sideline and then over the top, big to big. You know, it's interesting. You see Kyrie Irving matched up against Jason Kidd. Kyrie Irving was actually born in Melbourne, Australia, when his father was playing in Australia. Now he's matched up against Jason Kidd.
Play, and it seems like the point guards are looking more and more to Sullinger.
No question about it. I think that, you know, Boxamino, I'm sure, from Mount Vernon High School said, hey, this is where we're strong. Good penetration by Brandon Knight. Finds the big man from Ohio inside. You know, to finish that thought on Kyrie Irving actually has the ability, if he chooses to play for the Australian national team, because he was born in Australia, so much good for the young guys in Missouri.
Knight gets it inside. This is Sullinger powering it up and in. It's a 2-point game.
Again, the footwork. Jared Sullinger finds a way to score inside against bigs or smalls. Cory Joseph in now for the world team trying to settle him down. The U.S. obviously turning up the defensive pressure.
They've got the two teammates from Canada in the game with Thompson and Joseph. Instead, they go inside. The ball is stripped from Turkey's Enes Kanter. Harrison Barnes hits outside, and that's a three to give the USA the lead. They've been much more active defensively here in the fourth quarter. Barnes with the steal. A 3-on-2 break. Knight gives it up to Harrison. He cannot finish, but will wind up at the free throw line for 2 free throws.
Again, you see the difference. When the U.S. is able to get their running game in gear, there's no defense for it. When the world team's able to slow them down, watch out. Careless pass right there, the turnover. And again, this is a forward leading the break. He puts it ahead to Brandon Knight. Brandon Knight lays it back for him. Harrison unable to finish. I'm telling you, I don't want to put that on a young freshman as the U.S. team jumps off the bench, but he is going to help the Tar Heels next year. There's not going to be an adjustment for Harrison Barnes.
PJ, you're a terrific college coach. Got Seton Hall to the finals. Also fine coach in the NBA. You know how defense leads to offense. We've seen that here in the fourth quarter.
It's totally turned the game around, the defense of the U.S. team.
Basketball defended by Cory Joseph. Inside Jared Sullinger. He's so strong down low.
Second year in a row, Steve retreated to an excellent fourth quarter of basketball. It's all you can ever ask for in an all-star left his hand. He was wide left.
Misses both of them. Enes Kanter. Serbia.
The Bruise brothers, Turkey and Serbia. Too soon to be offensive. It looks ugly. They really should clean that up.
Harrison Barnes missing the three. Sullinger taps it in. He has been terrific in the fourth quarter.
Neither team's big. Literally playing in the third quarter. But the big man, the Buckeye, coming alive here in the fourth quarter when the game's on the line. Strong, head fake, finish. He accepts the foul and the finish. 22 points for Jared Sullinger, but also 4 personal fouls. Sweet left-hand move inside off the spin.
Love his game. The world team has suffered 6 turnovers in the fourth quarter. The USA team will put pressure on.
That's been the difference in the game. Every time the world team has turned the ball over, that's enabled the U.S. to score. When they take care of the ball and don't turn it over, it's been very, very difficult for the United States to score against the zone in the half court.
So much for that ball game. 22 points. His teammate Harrison Barnes, who was co-player of the year on some publications. Barnes has 24. I believe 16 from the floor. Sullinger and Barnes may be competing against each other. Sullinger from Ohio State, the Big Ten Conference, and of course Barnes, the ACC's North Carolina Tar Heels.
They'll be competing, and it'll be regular season and definitely an NCAA tournament. I think we might have, give him a foul to Jared Sullinger, I think is what they're saying. If that's true, it's 5 fouls. Jared's saying I didn't do anything.
I thought it was Terrence Jones. Sullinger fouls out the Jose, the man in the middle who's really been able to make them double down.
22 points, 8 rebounds, an assist, 2 steals, and a block shot. You can understand why selected player of the year in the country by Naismith and by Parade Magazine. Will be shooting bonus if there's a foul.
Goes back in front by 1.
Nikola Mirotic, Montenegro playing in Spain. Put the ball down with his left hand. Impressive finish going to the rack.
These guys really getting after it. You can see the timeouts left.
Plenty of timeouts. We have a lot of players here who are willing to step up and take the big shot.
And Harrison Barnes is one of them. And he gives USA a 2-point lead with a big three. He's got 27 points now.
Coaches are not going to need timeouts. These players know what to do.
Joseph sneaks in and ties the game at 94.
Beautiful basketball. Young man from Canada, Toronto, Cory Joseph.
Well, the hot man has been Harrison Barnes. They've got to look his way. He's open on the left wing. Instead, it's Irving on the basket. A chance for 3.
The little man goes inside again, switches hands, left-handed finish inside as he's knocked to the ground. Changeover in from West Orange, New Jersey to Durham, North Carolina. Kyrie Irving.
Foul went against Serbia's Musli.
That's the 4th for the world team, so both teams now in the penalty these last 45 seconds.
3-point edge for the USA Junior National Team. 40 seconds to play. Mirotic continues to slide in. This time knocked out to Terrence Jones. And they foul immediately. Nikola Mirotic.
Basket going to the rim. Penetration and convert the free throw. Big free throw miss for the world team. Dug themselves a huge hole right now.
Kyrie Irving comes out of the floor. 9.6 seconds left. A 2-possession game. You'll also have Patrick Young, Terrence Jones, Brandon Knight, and Harrison Barnes.
No choice right now. If you don't steal the inbounds pass, you have to foul immediately.
They get it into Terrence Jones, and he is fouled immediately. It took a second and a half off the clock. Great competition this has been. I mean, last year, this year,
this is an excellent basketball. I mean, if you like basketball, you saw a lot of talented young players right now from all over the world. I love the way the international guards hung in. A lot of players stepped up and played really well. I'm really impressed with the game. I like the respect both teams had. They competed. I like the job both coaches did. Rob Beveridge trying to keep it in the half court. Bob Cimino trying to create turnovers and play full court. It's a very well played game. Very impressive. And a lot of young men acquitted themselves very well.
Mirotic getting it inside and slamming it home is Rob Lowe. Musli. 2 seconds left. Kyrie Irving will dribble it out. And the USA Junior National Team knocks off the World Select Team as they come back with an incredible 4th quarter to win 101-97. Harrison Barnes with a great game, 27 points to lead the U.S. team, and they come from behind to knock off the World Select Team 101-97. Now, this is Steve Physiak for PJ Carlesimo and Rebecca Harlow saying so long from the Rose Garden and Portland, Oregon, where the U.S. team survives, winning by 4. You've been watching the 2010 Nike Hoop Summit.